is Aryas? So this episode, mostly I'm going to talk about who is Aryas and where they come from and how they changed and how they really destroyed a lot of beautiful things. So first of all, so this is the misunderstood everybody is having. So people think Aryan people is the people who brought the culture to this Jambudvipam, so-called India. I don't think so, because there are so many reasons. Before, this Sindhu civilization and this Tungabhadra civilization, this Godavari civilization. If you look into these civilizations, you don't find Aryan culture at all. That's very oldest cultures existed in this earth, I would say. And they came to this land and they called these people Dravidas, and they called these people uncivilized, and they don't have knowledge. These are monsters, and all these kind of names they put it on when came to this land. Okay, so what is Aryan culture anyway? So let's talk about, if they really bring the culture, right? So what is the Aryan culture? Let's talk about that. So what is Aryan culture? What they do? It's short and sweet, I would say. They don't have a culture. I just said it, drop it. Yeah, that's it. They don't have it. But people who don't know what their culture is, I'm going to talk about that in a second. But hey, so this is what their culture is really. And 99.99% people, Aryan people, worship the fire. They are fire worshippers. Okay, that's what they do. They sit in front of the fire, pour ghee into the fire, and start talking very loudly in a rhythmic manner. That's what they do. And in this worshipping in the fire ceremonies, you can see a lot of things. You see mostly they kill animals. Everything, by the way, even cows got killed back in those days. Even horse got killed. There is Ashwamedha Yaga. A lot of people really familiar with that name. They think it's the Ashwamedha Yaga means greatest kings did it. Really greatest kings did it in this land. And if you know what is Ashwamedha Yaga, and if you really want to know the Ashwamedha Yaga, I'm going to talk about in different episode, because that's a different thing. And if you really know Telugu, how to speak, I already did it. You can listen to that as well. So anyway, so they kill, they worship, they talk rhythmic manner, right? So all this talk, what these people asking for health, richness, and long-lived life. This is all these they are asking to this Indra, Varuna, Agni, Soma. These are the main gods for a particular time, by the way. Then the god changes all the time. When you see Aryan culture, they don't have a single god. They never did have a single god. They keep changing their gods. If you ask, I mean, we don't know why they changed, how this change happened, how these people agree with those changes, and we don't know, because you don't find anywhere you don't find those things. Why the gods constantly changing in Aryan culture, So once they traveled into Middle Asia to this land, they were surprised, first of all, because they saw things they couldn't even imagine. For real, I'm not kidding here. They came to this land with their horse, and that's it. Okay? And they saw these people living beautiful life. They have nice villages with the streets and a very cultured life. They have a duplex houses. They do farming. And they know dharmam, they know mercy, they know all this, they know philosophy, they know art, they have a jewelry, they have a pots, they cook, all these things. They couldn't even imagine in their life, Aryan people. They never did. All they do, they think Indra, Agni, Varuna, Soma are the reason it's like this. But once they came to this land and they see this thing, they don't know what to do. And then they start destroying it. Because they don't like a civilized people, because they are not civilized, and they are calling these civilized people uncivilized people, and they adopt 99% stuff from uncivilized people, and now they are calling themselves civilized people. You're understanding, right? So that's what they did. They destroyed almost everything. That's why, the Indra, the god of all, have a title called Purandara. That means he destroyed villages. So he destroyed 99 villages and one kept for himself. So who built these villages? If they destroyed it, they're not built it. I know that. Everybody knows that. Once they found this in the civilization, everybody shocked. And most of the Orient people called this Hindu civilization is one of them. But when you look into those civilization outcomes, the parts or the seals, you never see those gods, Indra, Varuna, Agni, Soma. It's different. You see animals, you see man in a yoga pose, you see a woman giving a birth. These are the things you find. It's different. Mother God, you see Mother God in Sindhu civilization. You don't see Mother God in Aryan civilization. That's the total difference. Aryan people think man is create everything. But this side, you see, woman is the creation for everything, because woman can give birth, men can't. Okay? So once they traveled and they came to Middle Asia to here, and they see this and they start destroying it, and they move place to place. They move place to place and they travel there because they can't stick in particular place because that's not their culture. That's their culture. Their culture is they have to travel all around. If they don't have a home, they don't have anything. All they do is travel around. And once they start destroying it, and after Sindhu civilization, you see this so-called, let's go to this Buddhic time period. So maybe you're gonna have a question: why you going to Sindhu civilization to the Bautan civilization? Because after Sindhu civilization, they destroy everything. They left their place. Okay, so time changed. So people moved from there because not everybody died. Okay, they travel because they don't do harm. The Sindhu civilization people don't know that. All they do is create. They did have beautiful villages. They did have water in and out and very cleanable systems and very well drainaged systems. And they have this large storing container for they produce whatever they produced, all the farming, art, moral values, ethics, philosophy, whatnot, everything they have. And sadly, they don't know how to fight. What they can do. If a large cruel-minded animal came to this sadhu Jantu, it's like unharmed animal, and that unharmed animal can't fight because that's not their nature. Okay? Anyway, so comes to Bautam land, and they start even destroying here too. They start destroy all these Bauddhic monuments and these granthas, books, everything, every kind of information you found from Bauddhism, they destroyed in the fire. They destroyed this art, all these things, and they try to change this temples into their temples. They don't know how to build temples. Buddhism is the one that first built the temple. Yes. So these Aryan people don't build temples. They do worship the fire though. That's all they do. So that's their thing. Their thing is they want to see blood and drink their blood and relieve with the thirst of their other people's blood. Maybe this is a wrong statement, but when you look into the history, that's all they did. And even now they keep doing it in the name of non-existent thing called existed. So, hey, so these are the people. We still look into it, who is these people and how these people changed. Already living these civilizations, like I said, Sindhu civilization I talk already. And when you go to look into this Tungabhadra civilization and Godavari and Krishna civilization, you will be mesmerized with whatever you see it. Because look into yourself, just try to go and search for Tungabhadra civilization and search for Godavari and Krishna civilization. Just look into it and look the time period and try to figure out where is these people in that time period, so-called Aryan people. Is these people really existed in this land? Or these people traveled from somewhere else? You will be know once you look into it. You don't have to listen to my words. All I'm saying is search for yourself. Not everybody be perfect. Maybe sometimes I will be say different things because it's so much stuff inside. Some people, you can't always say the same right thing, but that's why I'm saying maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you prove me wrong. Hey, these people already existed in this land. Show me how. Show me the proof. That's what I'm saying. That's why look for yourself, find out the truth, and come up with something. Okay, so we are not Aryan people, so who we are? Then once you have that question, the questions will be start from that question. You have so many questions after that. So that's who Aryan people is, and that's what their culture is. Hey, Teta Kama.